Alright, guys, so for this week, for my week 27, I believe, review of my margin account, I'm going to be doing a full deep dive into my spreadsheet, what I've been doing, how it's performing, and what are my plans for this portfolio and just how it's been going so far. So we'll start off right here at the summary page where I'm currently using $54,987 in margin, and this margin basically I basically got spent most of this margin in August, and a big chunk of that was buying Alti. And the portfolio has performed well since February when I started it and started collecting dividends. I started at a much smaller scale, but I did scale it up to where it is so far, with August being the biggest month so far in terms of dividends. And Alti is the biggest holding by far at a 58%, almost 59% weighting. So if we look here inside the portfolio as it stands, I basically made this portfolio with having weekly dividends as the core of it. And I started out with the Roundhill funds, the Coin, the Hood, um, LFGY was one of my first holdings, NVW, PLT, and all the weekly ones that Roundhill offers. And I also did get some Misty as well because I have it in my TFSA as well. But this is basically what the portfolio is sitting at right now. And in terms of total returns, it has been doing pretty well. It does produce pretty good income, and I have been taking money out of this account. But MSTW, which is one of the worst performers, because I bought it like right when they came out. I'm like, I'm gonna grab 100. I'm gonna just see how it goes and see what it does. So that is one thing that is kind of pulling the portfolio down. But I think once MSTR starts doing well, this will do very well because it is a 1.1.5 or 1.2% leverage. So we'll see how that goes. It hasn't performed horribly so far in my because I did get some dividends from that. And Alti, which is my biggest holding by far, I have 6,000 shares, average of 608. I've gotten a dividend so far of $2,409, and I'm down 126. This is from selling because when I originally bought the Altis, I bought, if we go transaction, I bought 2,500 and then I bought a big chunk of 8,800 shares. But I reconsider, like, that is too much concentration for using margin, because I think that brought my margin to like 90 something thousand. Like, nah, I don't want to do that. So I sold off 5,800 of them, and I recorded a loss of 67.70. So that's okay. I'm comfortable with holding these 6,000 shares, and it's produced 2,400 in dividends so far. So I'm only down 0.35%. With September coming around, we'll see how it goes. But my long-term plan for this portfolio is to basically get the margin of 50 probably down to half, like 25, and then double the shares that I have here. So I'll get another 50, 50, 50, 50. I'll keep that 100 for now, and then 50, 50, 50, or 100, 100, try to get this to 100. If it performs well, 100, 100, 100, and see how the portfolio performs by then. So this is still a learning experience, and I haven't deposited that much. I was doing the math. So this portfolio, if I take out the US whole deposits and just count the CADs, yeah, so I've deposited $3,570 in terms of Canadian, and I've withdrawn a lot of money so far, as you can see right here. But in terms of US, how much I deposited, I've deposited $1,382, and I've withdrawn so far over 2,600. So I'm almost fully withdrawn from the money I put in. This margin account is powered by my TFSA, and I guess we can just make a quick jump and look at my TFSA. So this is my current TFSA, biggest holding being Misty. I am down 16,000 in terms of from where I bought it in share price, and I'm currently up 2.29% with dividends. And most of this money I do take out because I'm also working on paying down some debts, and I basically use both these portfolios to pay them down. And I guess I'll just show that as well. So this is what the money that I take out goes to most of the time, is to paying down these. So I'm sitting 15,000 here, 24 there, 29 there. So I'm just working on using my portfolio to pay that stuff down. But I'm pretty excited to see what September brings for the portfolio, and what the rest of the year actually brings, and where this portfolio can go. And I'll just be doing a weekly Friday recap of what the portfolio does, what the margin balance is, and everything else going forward. So that's it for today. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.